Right, so he's asked me to do him a favour and come and pick him up. And he's going to be late. Where is he? Oh, actually, there he is. Good timing.
Hey.
Good morning.
Morning.
Welcome.
Don't set off without the seatbelt.
Wouldn't ever.
Safety first, let's go.
How long have you worked at TD SYNNEX for? That's obviously not always been called TD SYNNEX, but all in, how long have you been here?
When I joined Computer 2000, then Tech Data, and then TD SYNNEX, so not that many actually.
Okay.
So I've worked here for 2022, joined 2007, 15 years. But actually I had 2 years at Samsung Electronics before that, and before that I worked for 7 years at Tech Data, Computer 2000 as it was back then.
And you just wanted to come back because there was something that came up? Or...
Yeah, no, I was very happy, and I'd kind of left, and I thought that was it. And then a boss I'd had, Andy Gass, came back to run the business, and we were sort of a £900 million company, and he said, I want to take the company to £2 billion. Do you want a part of it? Do you want to come back and join the board? You know, big aspirational company. Coming back to a company that had a similar desire was really attractive. So yeah, that's why I came back.
And your job now, see, being VP?
I would say I'm Managing Director, UK&I.
Okay, right. I'm glad we got cleared up.
Yes.
And actually,
Go on.
do we David?
Yes.
Mr. Watts?
Both. Is
So
that the question?
any of the four? That was the question. Yeah, I just wanted to, talking of clearing things up.
Yeah, I think I'd say David. Most people. I actually don't have a preference. Although I think I probably introduce myself as Dave quite a lot these days. I seem to have settled on that.
Okay.
After 52 years in this body.
52. Oh, okay. And do you think this is probably hard to say, do you think where do you think you're going to go from this point? Because obviously you've done all right, let's say. And what do you think your role, or how does it look, how's it going to change in the next 3 to 5?
This is the happiest I've been in a job. I really feel like it's just where I want to be.
Great.
I haven't really got my eyes on anything else in the company or in the industry. So that's that. In terms of the next 3 to 5 years, if I think of all the things that businesses had to work on pre the pandemic, they kind of been the same problems for the last 10, 20 years in IT, adapting to technology changes, serving the customer in the right way, and growing businesses and growing profitability. We all still have to do all of that. However, since the pandemic, we've had working from home, then we got return to the office and hybrid working. Sustainability has really accelerated during that period, and DEI, culture, a skill shortage, all these things have come up over the last 3 years. Just happen to be some of them connected to the pandemic, some of them not connected to the pandemic. And if I look at the next 3 to 5 years, it's that sort of people, culture, and how do we connect with the community of our customers, which are the most important things that are going to take up my time.
The fact that also people want to work with us based on our cultures aligning to theirs, which is is that normal?
Culture and leadership are really interesting things. You're leading, if you're in charge of a business, you're leading it whether you like it or not. Whether you think you've got a culture or not, you have.
Yeah.
I think the thing is these days is people are trying to be more intentional about how they lead a business, and they're trying to be more intentional about what they want their culture to be. So if you don't do anything about your culture, and as a business leader you're not a particularly nice person, you recruit lots of people who are like you're going to run a business with a culture of not very nice. If you act intentionally on them, then you're starting to plan and drive a culture, as opposed to it just being something you end up with. So that's where we are now.
Should we have a coffee break?
Yeah, let's do it.
How many espresso martinis do you think you could drink in one night if you really put your mind to it?
4.
4?
Only because I've done that, I don't
You need to be controlled.
Don't like to brag. 4 over 5 hours probably. Yeah, the old massive bender. Like I say, 70% of our customers are 9 people or fewer. ISVs might be even a smaller number than that, mightn't it?
Pretty much always. So
because they'll be really very specifically technical small businesses, won't they?
Usually, most that I've spoken to is one technical person and one commercial person.
Right.
The most important thing, which is because it's the most important thing to the ISV, is no matter who they are, they want to build new revenue streams.
Yes.
That's the end goal naturally. So before this role, I was in the field sales team, as you well know. So I looked after one of the largest CSP customers in the UK, along with a couple of others as well. But it was fun, and it's something different. And I knew we wanted a bit more of a UK focus on ISV and who we were trying to be. And it kind of made perfect sense, really. So I started doing this about 9 months ago. Whenever you're in meetings, do you ever get it when your brain just really wanders, like, and you completely lose track of what's going on?
Yeah, I think that's typical though. I think most people think everybody, because they got their game face on, and we're all adults, and you learn to arrange your face, that everybody is concentrating. Why can't I?
Yeah.
But I think actually most people are in or out. Yeah, I think it's much harder now because of devices and stuff than it was 20 years ago.
What do you do if you're hosting a meeting and you think, this could be a little bit boring?
Ideally, don't find yourself in that position.
Good,
if
good
you're
stuff.
hosting it. I think though, sometimes if a meeting is boring, that maybe it shouldn't be. Maybe if I can answer that question, the thing is, you play your part actively to inject some life into it, which is often for me a bit of humour. Changes the tone.
You're naturally quite an entertaining person.
I would use the word gifted.
I wouldn't.
No, I mean clearly not, otherwise you would have done, but I would use the word gifted. I would say talented, a one-off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I might say one-off.
Yeah.
But, you might be pushing it with the others, but,
Okay.
you got to back yourself.